Alright guys, and welcome back. Another episode of a Hillbilly here in the Philippines. Working on a smoker project here. A little barrel smoker. I bought one off of Shopee there a while back, a cheap one, and it's already rusted apart. Side burner stick smoker. This one is going to be kind of like a hybrid. It's going to have a gas source in it, LP gas, and it's going to have a chip burner where spiral shaped stainless steel mesh and frame. You put your chips in, and you light it on one end, and it'll burn kind of like a snail slowly over about 3 or 4 hours and create some pretty good smoke. A lot of the wood that I've used here is it's very overpowering, very strong. You get way too much smoke in your meat by the time you get done, and it's hard to find any with a good moisture content in it too. So this is a food grade barrel. It had cooking oil in it. Had a sticker on it here somewhere, but I don't see it. Nice clean barrel. But this will be the door. I like to take and put me some masking tape up here to kind of like a guide when I take my grinder there, cut off wheel, and cut it. And here on the edge, if you go right up along this, you're going to cut your flange in two. So you need to step back off that a little bit. So that will be the door for it. What I'll do is I'll cut this top first, and I'll weld my hinges in. Weld my hinges in before I even cut the sides or the bottom. Once I get those hinges in, I'll cut the rest of it loose, and then that should let it swing up. And then I'll go back in with some flat bar stock and reinforce all the edges and let the flat stock overlap both pieces. It kind of strengthens your lid up, and it makes it to where it will seal up a lot easier too. Also have some heat resistant stripping, grill stripping to go around it. I'll put it on it when I get it. But that's the start of the smoker experiment here. And the chips that I'll be burning in it will be, I can get American hickory, American apple, American cherry, American pecan, Weber chips off of Shopee and Lazada. So it'll be basically American smoking woods. Just using the gas as basically a heat source where I can keep that heat good and consistent. I can set it. I can fire up my chip tray. It'll burn for like 3 or 4 hours, like I said. And after that, you don't really put a whole lot. The meat won't take a whole lot more smoke. So I'll set my temperatures, get everything going, and light my chips, and then I can go in and go to bed. I have a buddy here over in Bakakai, and he's wanting to go into. He wants me to go into barbecue business with him. He wants to buy a big offset smoker. And I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I might do it. I might not. If I have to stay up all night long and cook, and then go and prep and serve all day, then I couldn't do that. That'd just take too much out of me, cooking all night and serving all day. So I would have to either have me a smoker, something I could about set it, let it go all night, get me some rest, then take what I cooked, and we're going to do like maybe like food truck or just start out with like a roadside stand, a tent and smoker, tables and things. But just something we've been thinking about up in the air right now. But I'll be back with you guys here shortly. I'm going to be working on this lid some this evening, and I'll bring you guys along for the progress. Okay, I've got the top here cut. I did cut there with the cutoff wheel. And these are my hinges. Just a simple pin and clevis style hinge. What I do is I'll lay that in that joint there. Well, I keep it from rolling. But and one side I'll weld here, and then the other half I'll weld to the lid part, and that will let it pivot and hinge. But I have to grind a little bit of this paint off of here. Once I get the lid built where I can get inside of it, I'm going to build a big fire in it and burn all the paint. It's got like a ceramic paint coating on the inside that's a little bit more difficult to get off, but it will burn off. Just take a couple burnings. But I'll be back with you guys with the next step. Alright guys, I got the hinges welded on. That barrel metal is pretty thin, and it's a little difficult to stick weld. But it's my little stick weld, a little Hyundai. It's a 250 amp, believe it or not. It's weld pretty thick metal, real heavy outfit. But it's time to get this door cut out. We'll be back here shortly. Alright guys, we got the lid cut off of it, and the hinges all welded up, and got the edges deburred. It's not sharp now. This being an oil barrel, slippery like that on a sharp edge, it will cut you open quick. But I'm trying not to do a real super big lid on it. It's 16 inches is what this lid will be, and is what it is. But that's plenty big enough to. I'm going to do 2 racks in it. I'm going to do a kind of a top rack, mainly like a rib rack, something that's not real tall. Then do a bigger lower rack that will probably countersink down, I don't know, probably about like right in here under the top lip, maybe a couple inches. That'll give me about, looking for about between 10 inches and 12 inches of space between my bottom rack and my top rack. If I want to put, you know, a bigger shoulder or maybe even half of a small hog on it, I can do that. But that's all I got for you guys this evening. I'll probably get back working on it there tomorrow, trying to get some more finished up on it. We'll catch you guys on the next one.